Welcome to the 2024 Paladin Archives Demon Awards, a look back at the demons of Monster Menagerie. Tonight's event celebrates our 11 subjects, demons who defined their genres and left indelible marks on fiction, featuring special guest presenters, Himi, Blackhart, Kit Kaera, and Small Quinn. Now, please welcome Mason's Kren and Crystal!
Good evening. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's been a long year and we're so happy to be here tonight to give all these incredible demons the send-off they deserve. What makes a demon a demon? Being an ethereal creature of spite? A denizen of hell bent on devouring the souls of mankind? These things and so much more, and that is why we bring them all here tonight. The Paladin Archives Demon Awards, or as I've been kicking around the archives, the Hornies, are a symbol of true demon excellence. But before we get to those awards, let's take a look at our special guest presenters and the categories they'll be presenting.
Hi, I am Himi from Himichannel. I am a demon from the Greed Ring. I was fired from my job because I'm really bad at following dress codes. I'm better at it now, but I'm still not allowed back. I was sent to Earth with my brother Shoji to start the band Brimtone. I am the bassist and sometimes vocalist. We take turns. We both can't sing. My channel is a variety, and I really mean that in the truest sense. I do a lot of art, a lot of gaming. I talk about mods a lot. You do not want to get me started on that topic. I do cooking, crafts. Once I did a PowerPoint presentation about my garden. People really liked that for some reason. If you want to watch a lot of chaotic content that you can never predict, and trust me, I try to predict it. My followers, my viewers, they love to mess up any poll I try to do to predict things. I am found on YouTube and Twitch, and our website is brimtone.com if you want to see the highlights, basically. I am here to present two categories, Scariest and Best Transformation. We're going to start off with Scariest, which fits in really well with my favorite demon, Millie from Hell of a Boss. She is terrifying to those around her. She is southern, just like me, love her to pieces for it. She does not take anything from anybody, and she is by far the most physically powerful thing on the planet. I don't want to get into a fist fight with her. I will not live. I love her. I love her relationship with Moxie. I think it's adorable, and overall, she has my heart. I see other Vivsy Pop Demon has made the list for our categories, but I just have to give a special shout out to who is my favorite.
Well, look what the Abyss just dragged in. Greetings, sinners, name's Blackhart, Hell's top merc. I'm the guy Satan calls when Hell's nastiest assholes get out of line, so guess you could say I'm kind of a big deal. You'll find me kicking ass over on Blackhart Plays Twitch. You can find me on the Bird site, Insta as well. Now let's get to some fucking demons. Now for baddies like myself personally, I gotta go with Spawn. Dude literally has a fucking pocket dimension in his fucking cape filled with guns. That's pretty fucking impressive in my opinion. And this is coming from someone who has enough firepower to level a couple blocks.
Oh, hey, hello, greetings everybody. I'm Kit Kaera, just your favorite Finnick Fox Kitsune demon. Oh, I'm not your favorite? Well, I could be. You can find me at Kit_Kaera in pretty much all the usual places like Twitch, that X site, and even TikTok. Why don't you stop on by so I can bring you over to the dark side? I mean, so we can become the bestest of friends. Anywho, enough about me. Let's get into what you all came here for, some demon talk. Now, there are a lot of great demons out there, but for me, personally, my absolute favorite would be Muzin from Demon Slayer. I mean, come on, the guy is an absolute baddie. He is the top dog in origin of all the demons and is one scary dude. He's changed up his look to disguise himself and keep the demon slayers off his back through the years, but even without that, he is crazy strong and smart. It takes a very special and powerful demon slayer to even put a scratch on him. Dude just wants to become the perfect being, and honestly, gotta respect the hustle.
Hi all, most of you may know me as your Spanglish Demon Queen, Quinn. I'm the Queen of Hell and I'm here to judge my subjects. You can find me on small_Quinn or Small Quinn VR on X or Twitch. When talking about demons, I always think of the baddest, most powerful demon around, a Balrog, duh. A huge demon made out of fire with a whip, it just sounds like a good time.
We have a wonderful program for you all. Our demon experts will be presenting the categories that you voted on, but we also have some lovely fan art to show off from our Paladin Archives community, a brief examination of some of the honorable mentions, and of course, a look at the book that is at the heart of all of this mayhem, The Paladin. Before we get to our first category, we wanted to take a moment to examine what demons are. What is it about them that fascinates us? From the satanic scare started by films like The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby, to anime booms like Inuyasha and Demon Slayer, all the way to modern indie animations like Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel. Demons in fiction run the gamut. With examples of every shape and size, it's clear that demons can mean a lot in our fiction. And what they portray, what they show us on screen, is nothing less than a reflection of ourselves. Demons can represent the unknown, the cold and uncaring side of nature that mankind has struggled to survive against since time immemorial. The unseen, the creatures that lie within the shadows just out of our view. But they've also come to reflect humanity. Sometimes they hold up a mirror to the atrocities and pure cruelty that mankind is capable of. But they also sometimes have a way of showing us overcoming those base and selfish instincts. Demons like Marlowe's Mephistopheles, an agent of hell who doesn't so much torture the titular Dr. Faustus, but simply opens the door and allows him to walk into hell all on his own. Or demons like those from Vivzipop's creations. They show us versions of ourselves that live in a damned world, but are still capable of growth, change, and even love despite the world around them. With that, let us take a look at our very first category for the night, the first element that we feel makes up the essence of a demon. Presenting the category of Scariest Demon, from Himichannel and Brimtone, Himi.
Now, moving to the scariest. We have 4 nominees for this category. Valak from The Nun and The Conjuring 2. Pazuzu from The Exorcist. The Kadarian Demon from Evil Dead 2. And Abaddon from Supernatural.
Brilliant. Why send in a few grunts when you can send in a knight? Say your prayers, Moose.
I am an absolute coward. If you showed me any of these people in real life, I would be terrified. But overall, we can only have one winner tonight. And the winner is... Pazuzu from The Exorcist. All 4 demons were scariest, but that is the one that ended up on top. I still do not want to meet any of these in person.
Next up, showing us that it takes more than just brawn, the category of wittiest demon is brought to you by Blackhart.
Look, I get it. I'm a badass demon that tracks down hell scum and cashes Satan's checks. Got enough firepower to level a city block. But you also gotta be clever, witty if you want to do this job. Wit ain't just about cracking joke, it's about timing, intelligence, showing these other fucksticks that they ain't even in your league. Back, forth, one-liners, however it comes out, it's about making sure everyone knows you're capable of kicking verbal ass as much as fucking physically fucking it up. Our wittiest demons celebrate those demonic deviants who outthink, outclass, and most of all, outtalk everyone else in the room. Masters of verbal warfare, these bastards can win the fight without lifting a finger. So let's take a look at the nominees. Crowley from Good Omens.
What kind of stupid question's that? Still a demon? What else am I going to be, an aardvark?
I didn't really fall, I just, sauntered vaguely downward.
Watch out for that pedestrian! She's on the street, she knows the risk she's taking.
Sebastian McKellis from Black Butler.
This is my specialty. I was a guest at the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna from time to time. Now, if you would do me the honor, my lady, may I have this dance?
Come on, show me the good stuff.
So sorry. I'm afraid I charge for the juicy bits.
Pay him no mind. He merely acted as befits one of my servants.
My master is quite correct about that. Naturally. You see, I am simply one hell of a butler.
Alistair from Has-Been Hotel.
I came here because I love seeing wasteful souls struggle to accomplish something meaningful and fail spectacularly, like you are doing now. Good job. Adam, first man, next to die.
Who the fuck are you?
Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you. Quite a pleasure. I'm about to end your fucking life.
And Hellboy from the 2004 Hellboy movie.
6 library guards raw, plus belts and boots. Man, you're gonna need some heavy fiber to move that out. Listen, Sammy, I'm not a very good shot, but the Samaritan here uses really big bullets. I'm fireproof. You're not.
And the winner is... Alistair.
It wouldn't be a demon if it wasn't evil. Kit Kaera brings us the most evil demon.
Evil isn't just about not playing fair. It's not just about a lack of mercy. True evil doesn't care about rules or limits. It's about pure, unfiltered cruelty, the kind of malice that tears down the world just because it can. It's messy, it's vicious, and it leaves nothing but devastation in its wake. Some demons just want chaos. Others, they have plans. Big, world-ending, soul-stealing, humanity-crushing plans. These are the ones who don't just break people, they erase them, heart and soul, like they never existed. It's hatred, destruction, and power all wrapped up in a nightmare. Honestly, my heroes. So tonight, we honor the absolute worst, the ones who embody evil in its most terrifying, unstoppable form. Here are your nominees for Most Evil Demon. Valak from The Nun. Abaddon from Supernatural.
Playing a weak hand, Red.
I beg you!
Made your point. Now stop.
Sure.
Pazuzu from The Exorcist.
The Son and the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit. Damien!
Amen.
God, defender of the human race! Ah.
The Kandarian Demon from Evil Dead 2.
Please, Ash. Please don't hurt me. You swore that we'd always be together. I love you. No! Yes! Oh, that was mine. And now she burns in hell!
And the winner is... the Kandarian Demon!
And now we turn to our Demon Queen, Quinn, who shows us demons need a little class, too.
As much as I love a fiery, bloody demon, I also love a demon that gives us a good name. Clean, sophisticated, charming. Sounds like my kind of guy. All the demons in this category fit the description of my dream demon. Here are this year's nominees for classiest demon. Sebastian from Black Butler. Azrael from Dogma.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Reynolds. I'm from the EPA. We're checking on possible Freon leaks. Tell me, do you have air conditioning?
Alistair from Hasbin Hotel.
Well, my dear, I haven't been active in hell for some time, and everyone remembers me from my radio show, the proper medium to express oneself. Alistair, pleasure to be meeting you, sir. Quite a pleasure. It's nice to finally put a face to the name. You are much shorter in real life.
And Crawley from Good Omens.
Hey, Xerophile, see you found a ride. Nice dress, suits you.
Ah, I forgot all the books. Oh, they'll all be blown to...
Little demonic miracle of man.
And the winner is... Sebastian from Black Butler.
It's been a long year, and we couldn't have come this far without the support of our viewers. Both here on YouTube and over on our live streams on Twitch, our viewers have made everything we've done not only possible, but worth it. And so, we'd like to show off some of the talents our fans have shown off this year with some of their amazing fan art. And since we're in the art-sharing mood, let's take a look at some of the official art we've acquired for the Twitch and YouTube channels, as well as the book The Paladin. Enjoy! A demon is nothing if they don't have power to back it up. Let's send it back to Blackhart for most powerful demon.
Tracking down Hell's nastiest skunk takes more than just big guns and a devil-may-care attitude. I may have enough firepower to turn this entire fucking circle into a bunch of ash. But at the end of the day, it takes a lot more than that just to fucking take down these guys. Some of these demons have fucking power that's even beyond me, on par with Satan himself. It's not just about brute strength or flashy explosions. More importantly, it's about dominance. Walking into a room and knowing every soul in there belongs to you. The demons in this category, they don't just have power, they are power. Stopping them is a dream, killing them is a fantasy. With a flick of the wrist, they can rain down chaos and despair. Dragging off blades, bullets, spells alike. These guys are the most badass fucking demons on the fucking plane of existence. Well, after me that is. I do get paid to kill these sons of bitches. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of these contenders. Hunson Abadir, Adventure Time.
Now, Marceline.
No one flicks me in the butt without my consent! The souls.
Abaddon from Supernatural.
Serviere, te regamos! Audilus! Ane salutas! Exorcizamos! That's impossible! How?
That is no way to treat a lady.
Valak from The Nun. And once again, Hellboy from the 2004 Hellboy movie.
Red bean, stop!
And the winner is Hellboy. Still personally think I should have been nominated for this one. Maybe next year though.
Flexibility is a virtue when you're trolling for souls, so let's send it over to Himi, who's got the best transformation covered. Himi, you're up.
We are now moving on to Best Transformation. We have 4 nominees for this category, as every other category. Each has really cool transformations, and I like all of them a lot. I don't think I could pick a favorite, but you guys voted, and you have picked a favorite. Our 4 nominees include Hunson Abadir from Adventure Time.
Yes! Oh, man! He's growing huge!
Get back that axe, Marceline. You don't respect it enough.
Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
Is it merely to see who is the greatest of us all? If you will stake your life on the outcome, I shall consent.
The Kandarian Demon from Evil Dead 2. Alistair from Has-Been Hotel.
That's when Alistair revealed himself as the radio demon, and anyone that would mess with him,
I will devour each and every one of you!
Again, each of these has a pretty sick transformation sequence, but only one can be superior. The votes have been counted, the results are in, and the winner is... Morrigan from Darkstalkers. Thank you for letting me on to this. I hope I didn't ruin things too badly. Come see me over on Brintone, and this has been Himi. Thank you again.
I hate to admit it, but sometimes demons are just really sensitive. Telling us more about the divas of hell, Quinn is here with Drama Queens.
Now, they wouldn't bring just anyone to talk about queens on stage. If there's anything a demon knows how to do, is to be the center of attention. Trust me, I would know. We bring the sass, the emotion, the drama, some would say. All of the demons in this category show us how to turn it up to 11. Here are our nominees for Drama Queen of the Year. Pa Suzu from The Exorcist.
What's that? Holy water? You keep it away. It burns! Oh, it burns! I told Reagan that was holy water. I sprinkled it on her and she reacted very violently. It's tap water.
Azriel from Dogma.
I don't know if anyone explained the rules to you, but if you succeed, everything gets blinked out of existence, even you.
Human, have you ever been to hell? I think not. I'd rather not exist than go back to that.
Crawley from Good Omens.
You know what I've told you all about leaf spots. I will not stand for them.
This is not funny!
Come on! If you've got to go, then go with style!
Alistair from Hazbin Hotel.
Oh, I am the host of the hotel. You might have heard of me from my radio broadcast.
Nope. I guess that's why Charlie called it the Has-Been Hotel. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. It was actually my idea.
Ha ha ha. Well, it's not very clever.
Ha ha. Fuck you.
Okay.
And the winner is Alistair from Hazbin Hotel.
What kind of demon would they be, especially in our modern fiction, if they didn't make you feel just a little hot under the collar? Appropriately, here's Kit Kaera to round us off with Sexiest Demon.
Phew, it's getting hot in here, and it's not just because I'm actively burning this place down. What's that old saying about attracting more flies with honey? Well, I've got a sneaking suspicion that these next nominees know a little something about honeypotting. But listen, being sexy isn't just about looking hot, and trust me, these demons look hot. It's about that smoldering confidence, that magnetic charm that makes you want to throw common sense out the window, the kind of energy that makes your cheeks flush and your heart race, even though you know better. I'm a professional, okay? But even I'm struggling with some of these demons. Sometimes it's just really hard being a bottom. So, before I completely lose it, let's take a look at the nominees for Sexiest Demon. And the nominees are Morrigan from Darkstalkers,
Well? So, you found it.
Sebastian from Black Butler,
Oh, honestly. How many times have I told you not to run inside the manor, Mayrin?
I'm so sorry, sir. My glass is cracked and I can't see it now.
Crowley from Good Omens.
I like to think none of this would have worked out if you weren't at heart just a little bit a good person.
And if you weren't, deep down, just enough of a bastard to be worth knowing.
Abaddon from Supernatural.
Your boy's coming when I call. I think that's what I like most about you Winchesters. So obedient. And suicidally stupid. I like that too.
We gotta fight or make out, because I'm getting some real mixed signals here.
And the winner is... Morgan!
What a night so far. We've had some amazing demons being applauded by our equally amazing demon VTubers. But the night's not over yet. For every demon that we analyzed this year, a dozen more were considered and passed over. But we don't think that means you should miss out. So here we present our Demon Awards honorable mentions with our very own Mason Kren giving his rapid fire analysis on each. Go on, Kren. I'm sure this won't spark hate and vitriol down in the comment section. Oh, gee, thanks, Crystal. Well, let's get it rolling with honorable mentions. Sesshomaru and Inuyasha. Siblings from feudal Japan, they share a lot of the same power sets, with the former typically overshadowing the latter in scale, often literally, as Seshi can change into a giant dog form. Incredible speed, endurance, senses, and healing, either one would be a challenge. But we do see that spiritual abilities work against them, Inuyasha more than his brother. It would require a bit of shifting in tactics, but a good stewardship or higher level paladin should be versed on Asian spiritual practices and be able to utilize the right items and concoct the proper seals. I'd also suggest assaulting their senses. We see that Inuyasha nearly passes out to the smell of ink when he's facing off against Kotatsu. I can only assume Sesshomaru's sense of smell is even greater, and being dog demons, you know their hearing has to be incredible, so auditory attacks are a must. Overall, I give Inuyasha a threat level of 5 and Sesshomaru a 6. Let's be honest, Sesshomaru's much smarter. Little Nicky. Oh boy, this was a heck of a movie. Though Nicky himself didn't do much, I guess it was notable that when you killed him, he just reappeared in hell. Not much to say about him as a threat level, when he's literally called the kindest demon. And he loves Popeye's chicken, so I mean, he can't be all that bad. Definitely an afternoon annoyance. Threat level 1. The Robot Devil. Also known as Beelzebot, he was in a fair amount of episodes, though most were quick cameos. Ruler of Robot Hell, which, to the lament of all the robots at Aperture Science, is a real place.
Where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
Skilled in fiddle playing, holophoner playing, and sneaky with the contracts, he is, nonetheless, a robot from Futurama. That means that while he's generally smarter than, say, Bender, that's not a high bar. I'm not sure how holy sigils will work on him. Maybe bless some motor oil? I do know that most of the Futurama bots have a weakness for logical paradoxes. So while he does seem to command some amount of magic, he's also a robot. And physical. As I recall, Leela did quite the number on him by smacking him around with that golden fiddle. Threat level 2. Beelzebos. Geez, keeping up with musical demons, huh? Well, apparently he's technically Lucifer, which would disqualify him from my demon rankings, as I kind of wanted to do an Oops All Satans episode. He's a master of rock. Well, specifically metal. He can conjure instruments, both musical and, otherwise. He can conjure snakes, and of course lightning. But apparently he has to abide by the Demon Code, a scroll I would love to get my hands on. He's capable of being physically harmed both by horseshoes and the power of friendship reflecting as lightning. If you can chip his tooth, his horn, or presumably anything else, you can send him back to hell. I can think of several paladins that would love to do this. Threat level 2. Pinhead. Ooh, okay, so this movie is the reason the artifacts section of the stewardship exists, and the reason paladins are so vigilant when they inspect dark shops. Or rather, why they should be vigilant. Pinhead and the Cenobites are terrifying, disturbing. In fact, that's the main reason I ended up not covering them. I was afraid you two might not be happy with the B-roll I'd be showing, but as long as you don't touch that puzzle, you should be fine. And if you or someone else does touch it, I hope you're one of those weirdos that can do a Rubik's Cube in 10 seconds, because you have about that long to reverse the lament configuration. What a name. And banish those suckers back to hell before you end up on the hook. Literally. Threat level 3. Dante and Virgil. Ooh, the Sons of Sparta. And basically just Shomaru and Inuyasha all over again. One reason I didn't cover these two is they're not technically demons. They're half-demons, which, as I pointed out earlier in the year, is its own thing. In any case, insane speed, durability, stamina, healing, strength. I mean, these two fought in a rainstorm and sliced up all the drops of water. Clearly, we're needing stewardship or patronage-level paladins. These guys have no inherent weaknesses. They're less like demons and more like, well, anime protagonists. Their one point of attack is simply to just never relent.
Because I just never relent.
Blast them with everything. Full meat grinder mode, and if possible, get them to fight each other. Only after extreme exertion can you begin to overcome their healing factors and other insane abilities. Threat level 5 for both. Etna and Laharl. Ah, these two. I almost brought Etna in right after Morrigan because those two did share a crossover game. Needless to say, Morrigan made Etna feel a bit overshadowed. The overlord of the Netherworld and his loyal vassal, the pair are formidable on their own, but devastating together. Magic, insane strength, and speed, they'd be a near impossible threat to surmount, if not for the fact that Laharl literally gets physically ill around, shall we say, well-developed women. And Etna? She tends to mess up her own plans. Pair that with the fact that holy relics clearly have an effect on them, and I'd say we have a decent chance of paladins rounding them up. Threat levels 3 for both. Clown / the Violator. Oh ho ho. Now, I will admit I enjoyed this character as a child, mostly because I just happened to be a fan of John Leguizamo. Repulsive, grotesque, hideous, and that's before he transforms. I was going to use the film version, so, despite all the roaring and bluster we see him doing in that movie, and his grosser side displaying, his bag of tricks isn't all that impressive when you compare him to the rest of our list. And, according to the film, all you really have to do is take his head. Threat level 3. Aku. Long ago in a distant video, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, sought to unleash unspeakable evil. But a foolish mason, armed with a short editing schedule, rose up to oppose him. Before the final script was written, I tore open a portal in time and flung him into the future, where all 11 demons had already been chosen. Now he sits on the honorable mentions list, where he seeks to undo the shame of being overlooked by ranking at least higher than Dante and Virgil. He can shapeshift, regenerate, shoot lasers out of his eyes, teleport, control the elements, and a host of other powers, including time manipulation. Despite this, righteous weapons like Jack's sword can damage him. A few other entities like Odin, Ra, and some elementals manage to damage him as well, so I like the odds on paladin weapons and techniques, or at least some choice paladin artifacts. Also, his shapeshifting is easy to see through, so threat level 4. Him. The demon's so evil, they dare not speak his name. Okay, so last year I did Count Von Count. You might know him better as simply Sesame Street's The Count. I revealed that his powers were crazy, and that he was a legit threat. And apparently a sex god, according to one of our experts.
He is a sex god that is
unmatched by anyone else on this list.
Him is the count, but for demons. You look at him and think, meh. But he's sincerely and legitimately dangerous. He can alter his size, transform properly. I'm looking at you, Aku. Control minds, spit acid, shoot energy blasts, can resurrect the dead, and just a host of other stuff that makes me not want to mess with him. Him feels a lot like Hades from Hercules. You don't really defeat him, you just kind of subvert his plans now, and maybe he'll head off on his own and return later when he feels like it. He's omniscient, omnipresent, immortal, and he apparently had the power to engulf the earth in the sun. But for all of that, I think we might have another Crowley on our hands, you know? If we outsmart him, confuse him, and, you know, use the power of positivity, maybe with a little bit of Chemical X, we might be able to come out on top. Threat level 5. Phew, take a breather, Kren. I'll get us set up for this part. It's almost time for the main event, the coveted Demon of the Year award presented to that demon which we, and the viewers, feel most embodies what it means to be a demon. We have quite a diverse roster this year, but before we reveal our winner, I want to take a moment to open up to all of you. Everything we've been doing, from the monster analyses to the Twitch streams, it's all in service of promoting our upcoming book, The Paladin. We've shared snippets of lore about what it means to be Masons like Kren and I, and what the Paladin Order is, and how they would respond to these threats. All of that comes from this story. The Paladin is the story of Jonathan Sutter, a young seminarian with dreams of the priesthood. One night, while assisting his mentor, Father Alistair, with an unconventional act of charity, an exorcism, he bears witness to the powers of hell itself as his mentor is taken by a demon. Thrust into a world of monsters and shadows, Jonathan is given a lifeline by a stranger wearing the most peculiar priest cassock, a representative of the Paladin Order, keepers of the night and the left hand of God. Desperate for any path that might reunite him with his friend and mentor, Jonathan is plunged into a dark world, tracking down monsters, thwarting witches, and investigating the whereabouts of Father Alistair. But why is the Order so helpful, and what are they hiding from him? Our early readers have described it simultaneously as intriguing, nightmare fuel, and hilarious. Think Supernatural meets the Dresden Files. You can read the first 3 chapters on our website, along with other short stories set in the Paladin's world. And you can even take a quiz to see which Paladin discipline you are. Links down below. With that, I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough, don't you, Crystal? The votes have been tallied. Our experts have weighed in. It's time to name the 2024 Demon of the Year. Once more, our demons for the year are Pazuzu from The Exorcist, Morrigan from Darkstalkers, Azrael from Dogma, Alistair from Has-Been Hotel, Hunson Abadir from Adventure Time, Hellboy from the 2004 movie Hellboy, Crowley from Good Omens, Valak from The Nun and the Conjuring 2, Abaddon from Supernatural, the Kandarian Demon from Evil Dead 2, and of course, Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler. And the 2024 Demon of the Year is Morrigan. Thank thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to thank all the lovely VTubers that helped us out today. Himi, Blackhart, Quinn, and Kizzy. And of course, our wonderful Bun Bun for that amazing introduction. And a big thank you to all our viewers and the artists that made our streams and videos look and sound amazing. We hope to see you back here next year for new Monster Menageries, new topics, new streams, and fingers crossed, our new novel. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Thank you everyone, and good night. So, what do you see? What will the theme for Monster Menagerie be in 2025?
Well, let's see what the cards say.